What's up, guys? Got another UFC video here today. It's going to be on the Ultimate Fighter fight card, a Tournament of Champions finale, which features in the main event Mighty Mouse versus Tim Elliott. So I'm going to go ahead and be giving you guys obviously my fight picks slash predictions with some fight analysis on the main card. I'm gonna go ahead and just be I'm gonna go ahead and be just giving you guys some quick picks on the Fight Pass prelims and FS1 prelims. So let's go ahead and get started here. So first fight of the night, Stansbury against Clark. I'm gonna go ahead and take Stansbury to get the win here. Clark got knocked out his last fight. His chin seems a little bit questionable, even though the guy he fought, was a power puncher, heavy-handed. But I just feel like Clark moving up to 205 against, a big 205er in Stansbury. Even though Stansbury doesn't have a lot of knockouts, he should still be able to hurt him. And from what I've seen from Stansbury, he seems pretty well-rounded. Like, he has good wrestling, good submissions, good top control. And his striking isn't, horrible either. He has a very good output, as you can see right there. Strikes land per minute, about 4. So he has a lot of good output. And, if he puts a lot of combinations together, hits that chin, it could potentially knock out Devin Clark. So I think Stansbury gets the win. And I'm going to go ahead and say he probably wins either by decision or maybe like a second round knockout. So next fight, we got Elvis Mutapsik against Anthony Smith. Like I said, these are just going to be quick picks, so I'm going to go ahead and take Elvis to get the win here. I just feel like he has more output, and he's just a little bit more well-rounded, I believe. So that with his really good takedown defense, should keep Smith from taking him down, and the fight just staying on the feet. And on the feet, I think Elvis has some decent boxing, and yeah, should be able to work those hands on Anthony Smith. And more than likely, this is probably going to go to decision, even though you got two finishers here. It's going to be hard for them to finish each other, so I'll take Mutapsik by decision. Next fight, FS1 prelims, we got Kailin Curran against Jamie Moyle. This is going to be a quick pick. I'm going to go ahead and take the underdog here. I'll take Jamie Moyle. I just feel like Kailin Curran has always been letting me down whenever I pick her, so I just really can't pick her no more. It's like, it seems like she's a good striker, has some good wrestling and whatnot, but she always just ends up losing the fights and shit like that. So yeah, I'm just not gonna go for Curran anymore. At least for right now. I don't know. We'll see what happens after this fight. If she wins, I might wanna maybe pick her this time. I'm like, okay, maybe she got that win out of the way now, but. Yeah, I think Jamie Moyle, who has good jiu-jitsu, should be able to win this fight. Curran always seems to lose by submission or by decision. So, yeah, I'll take Jamie Moyle to win. Maybe a late submission, or more than likely it's a decision. So, I'll take Jamie Moyle by decision. Dong Hyun Kim against Brendan O'Reilly. I'm gonna go ahead and take Dong Hyun Kim. He had a really good fight his last fight, even though he took a lot of damage. He has that judo black belt, has a lot of striking output. Still has a really good chin. From what I've seen from O'Reilly, haven't seen much of him anyway, but I'm not too crazy about picking him or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go with Dong Hyun Kim, and I'll say he wins by decision. Next fight here, Rob Font against Matt. Danger, I don't know how to say his name. Schnell? Yeah, whatever. Anyways, Danger. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Danger to win this fight, guys. Rafon's a good striker. 135er. Matt here usually fights at 125, I think. But I think he's gonna have the speed advantage. Seems very aggressive. He has good striking. Has good submissions also. I just feel like this guy can get the win, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take him to win this fight. And I don't know if I see a finish here. What could happen? I'm gonna go ahead and say third round submission for Danger. Alright, so next fight, Maynard versus Ryan Hall. Man, I don't know about this fight because Maynard, this guy has no chin, but then you got Ryan Hall here, a guy who, doesn't really have good striking. Just mostly all about his jiu-jitsu game. So it's, wrestler versus a jiu-jitsu fighter pretty much, but, Maynard's chin's pretty bad. What if Hall tries to keep it on the feet? I feel like Maynard's going to want to keep the fight on the feet. I don't know if he's going to want to take him down because of those takedowns. I mean, because of the submissions. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and pick Ryan Hall, man. What if this guy does knock him out, So I'll go ahead and take Ryan Hall. Hopefully, sharpen up his striking and whatnot. But yeah, I'll take Ryan Hall to win, and I say he wins probably by decision. Alright, now for the main card. Alright, so we got Brandon Moreno versus Ryan Binoy. So, Moreno's coming off a very impressive win against Louis Smolka. He was like, pretty sure big underdog. And man, he started really fast in that fight. And man, he caught Smolka with a really good submission. Like, Smolka has, good submissions, good wrestling, good striking. He's very well rounded, and man, he got caught like really quickly in that first round. Moreno's very aggressive, and he's dangerous on the feet and especially on the ground with his submission skills. Ryan Binoy here, this guy has some good striking, a lot of knockout power, also has some wrestling. But I think in this fight, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Brandon Moreno to get this win, guys. He just seems very aggressive. And I feel like he could hurt Benoit, and yeah, I mean, I just think he can get it done on the feet. And if it's not done on the feet, I don't think Benoit's gonna want to take him down because of submissions. But if he does take him down, Moreno has excellent submissions, and he could catch Benoit in something like he caught Smolka with. So, he has a really good guillotine, and I just feel Moreno has the momentum. Benoit, his last fight, I actually picked him to win his last fight against Freddie Serrano, but he was kind of like my underdog pick, and he actually came through, and I think it was a pretty close fight. I think it was a split decision win, and I almost thought maybe they were going to give it to Freddie anyway. So yeah, I don't trust Benoit here too much, and against Brandon Moreno, who's who got this momentum, beating a highly ranked flyweight. He's gonna come out fast, gonna come out aggressive as always, and yeah, I think he's going to be able to do some damage here on Benoit. So I'll take Brandon Marino to get this win. And either he's going to win by decision, or it could be like an early finish. So, it's hard to really say. But I'm just going to go ahead and say, let's go ahead and say second round knockout. Yeah, I just feel like this guy has some power. And yeah, Moreno, second round knockout. Next fight, guys, here we got Sara McMahon versus Alexis Davis. Yeah, first of all, Davis hasn't fought in a while. Just had a baby. I think I was hearing something like about it being like in March or something like that. But anyways, it was this year, so she's taking a fight pretty quickly. It's near the end of the year, but still kind of a fast turnaround there. But she hasn't fought in like almost 2 years. McMahon fought this year, almost, I want to say, like, I think it was May or something like that, May or March, against Jessica I. Got the win. Wasn't a super impressive performance or anything like that, but she got the win. So both these girls need a win, especially Davis, because she's been off for a while and whatnot. So we got the grappling of McMahon, her wrestling and her power, against Alexis Davis, striking and jiu-jitsu game pretty much. Yeah, I think I like McMahon in this fight because I just feel like the threat of the takedown plus the knockout power she has in her hand. She has a really good right hand, man. She's like very fast with it. She's always improving her striking. Well, against Jessica I, obviously, who's a more seasoned striker, she really didn't showcase much. But against Alexis Davis, I feel that Alexis Davis is kind of like a better matchup in a way because Davis does have some good multi, but I feel like Jessica Eye is a bit more sharper on the feet uh, compared to Davis. So obviously the submissions come into play here, but I think uh, McMahon, with her takedown game and the threat with that right hand, I think Davis is going to be too aware of that, and either McMahon's going to take her down or maybe she's going to catch Alexis Davis with that right hand. So we've seen Davis get knocked out before against Ronda Rousey. So we know McMahon has power, and she could potentially catch Davis with the right hand. So I think Davis is going to be wary of it. So I think it's just going to be McMahon landing takedowns and just kind of beating her up on the ground, staying away from submissions. But like I said, Davis does have some submissions, and you never know, man. She could pull out the win also, but I just feel like McMahon here, not coming off that super long layoff, should be looking a lot sharper, maybe showcase more of her striking skills. And yeah, I like McMahon to win this fight, so I'm gonna go ahead and say McMahon to win by decision. But it'd be pretty nice to see McMahon maybe get like a knockout or something like that with that right hand. So yeah, McMahon by decision. Next fight here, Cutelaba against Jared Cannonier. This fight is very similar to Cutelaba versus Jonathan Wilson. Cannonier is a good striker, good power. This guy was fighting at heavyweight, now he's at 205. He seemed like a pretty big guy at heavyweight anyway. He didn't seem like super tiny, but he is shorter though than Cutelaba, so he does, he doesn't have a lot of height at heavyweight. That's probably why he dropped down. But he didn't look super tiny anyway. Cannonier should be the bigger fighter, based on bulk. But Cutelaba has the reach. No, actually, he has the height. But he doesn't have the reach. Cannonier got that reach advantage by 2 inches. But yeah, Cannonier is a good striker. Seems to have some good movement on the feet. Cutelaba is also another good striker. He's very aggressive. Iron chin. No one has knocked him out before yet. His last fight against Jonathan Wilson really puts the pressure on him. Lands a lot of strikes. So Cutelaba likes throwing a lot of output. Just staying in your face, getting in the pocket and whatnot. He doesn't go for any takedowns either. Just likes to keep the fight on the feet. Cannonier also likes to keep the fight on the feet, but the thing is, Cannonier has been knocked out in the UFC already against Sean Jordan, who's obviously a heavyweight. And yeah, he was able to catch him in that first round, knock him out. Cutelaba has power, so Cutelaba could also put out Cannonier, but also Cannonier could potentially knock out Cutelaba also. But yeah, this fight is very similar to Jonathan Wilson, and in that fight I sided with Cutelaba. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Cutelaba here again, guys. This guy is the favorite. He has that iron chin. I just feel Cannonier, I don't know if his chin's the best. We haven't seen him in this weight class, so I don't know how he's gonna look here. He looks good though. He looks good on the feet. Maybe I'll take a little poke at it on DraftKings. Pick him on DraftKings because I know he's gonna be cheap. Because you never know. If this guy wins, it's gonna be by finish. But also another thing is Cutelaba has really good cardio. Seems to go all 3 rounds pretty easily. Cannonier used to be a heavyweight. I don't know how good his cardio is. So Cutelaba's pressure and aggressiveness, just like how he did to Wilson, will for more than likely do the same thing against Cannonier. Should affect Cannonier's cardio, and that's going to be a bad combo. Having Cutelaba coming forward at you, throwing a lot of strikes, and you're over there gassing and shit. So yeah, I think Cutelaba should be able to win this fight, and I do got him winning by finish. I'm gonna go ahead and say Cutelaba gets either a second round knockout or it's gonna be a win by decision. But either way, he's gonna land a lot of strikes, and yeah, I'll take Cutelaba to win this fight, second round knockout. Next fight here, we got Jake Ellenberger against Jorge Masvidal. I like both fighters. I really wanted to pick Ellenberger in that last card against Matt Brown, but I ended up picking Matt Brown on DraftKings, and then that shit fucked me over because Ellenberger got that first round knockout. But you know, Ellenberger was, you know, pretty much about to get cut there. Now he got that win. Now he's gonna fight Masvidal, who's another bad matchup. Masvidal, you know, no one ever knocks this guy out, and it's really hard to look good against Masvidal, man. This guy's a really good fighter. He's skilled on the feet, skilled on the ground. You know, he's overall just a really well-rounded fighter. I really like Masvidal's style. So yeah, I'm a fan of both guys, but I like Masvidal more. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to go and take Masvidal to win this fight, man. I just feel like he has the sharper boxing. He has good wrestling, just like Ellenberger. I give Ellenberger the wrestling advantage, though. So yeah, he's gonna have good takedown defense. So Ellenberger's probably not gonna be able to take him down. I think the fight's gonna stay on the feet, and Masvidal doesn't have huge power compared to Ellenberger, but he has more volume, and yeah, I think he should be able to get it done on the feet. Maybe outpoint Ellenberger the whole fight, just win by decision. But Masvidal does have, you know, a tendency to just, you know, get too comfortable on the fight and you know, not throw too much, and maybe Ellenberger could steal the fight like that. But you know, I don't really see Ellenberger getting the knockout, though. You know, it's too hard to knock this guy out. Masvidal got the iron jaw, so yeah, I'll take Masvidal to win this fight, and yeah, pretty confident in that. So yeah, Masvidal to win by decision. Next fight, Benavidez against Henry Cejudo. Two flyweights here. Yeah, co-main event. Should be a pretty good fight. I'm gonna go ahead and take Henry Cejudo, guys. First of all, I'm a fan of the guy, and I just feel like, you know, we didn't really get to see too much in that, you know, in that fight against you know, Demetrious Johnson, you know, Mighty Mouse. You know, he got stopped really quickly there, you know, to the body, and you know, I feel like in this fight he's gonna want to let his hands go a lot more. I feel like he's gonna want to mix it up here instead of really trying to go for the takedown. Benavidez has some good striking. You know, he's fast on the feet. Is a good wrestler also, but obviously Cejudo's a better wrestler. I'd have to give Benavidez the stand-up advantage, but Cejudo, you know, he has some good boxing also, man. It looks like he has some really good kicks. If you guys watched that fight against who was it? Dustin Kimura. You know, his debut in the UFC at 135, man, he looked really good. I don't know if it was like the weight class or, you know, the opponent he fought, but man, he really showcased his striking in that fight. And if he could do that again in this fight, you know, I think it should be, you know, a win for him. You know, also he does have the wrestling, so he could always turn to that if he's not winning the striking exchanges. I think it's going to be a really good fight. Both these guys don't really like each other either, so you know, that's also a plus. Yeah, I just feel like Cejudo having that massive wrestling advantage should be able to take Benavidez down whenever he wants to. And also, I feel like on the feet, Cejudo isn't just like, you know, just a wrestler. You know, he has some good stand-up also. So yeah, I'll take Cejudo to win this fight, and yeah, I see him winning by decision more than likely. So Cejudo by decision. So now time for the main event here, guys. We got Demetrious Johnson against Tim Elliott. It's gonna be really quickly. This is gonna be a really quick pick here, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take Mighty Mouse to win. And I say he's probably gonna win with a finish, probably like fourth or fifth round submission or something like that. I'll say fourth round submission, but yeah, I just feel like, you know, Johnson's just on another level. I thought Cejudo could get it done, but he couldn't get it done, so now, you know, it's just too hard to pick against him. Tim Elliott has a cool style. I just feel like he doesn't have like the knockout power or stopping power to hurt Johnson, and he doesn't have the wrestling either to really dominate Johnson on the ground. So I just feel Johnson's going to be too much for him. Obviously, Johnson's a big-ass favorite. See if I can see that right here. Nope, not available. But yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and take Johnson to win this fight. Like I said, fourth round submission. Hopefully it's a really good fight, and Tim Elliott puts up a fight, and you never know. What if he gets an upset? But I'll take the Demetrious Johnson, though, for my money. Alright, so that's it, guys, for my picks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's going to be it. If you guys haven't joined DraftKings, check out my link below in the description. Let's make some money. I'll see if I can post a lineup video tomorrow. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy the fights, and catch you on the next one.